For you, Seth. See? This little blue flower looks a lot like the one we talked about. Huh. How does it grow here? The land is ruined, but these flowers still bloom. Hopefully one day, it can bloom far, far away. Seth, I dreamt of crying. Back in my hometown, so many people were weeping. You want to go back with me? No, it's too dangerous. You're not afraid? I see. In a world like this, the scariest thing is just facing one more day. Then, let's go back to Wishfield together, Seth. You're still wounded. We need strength. More of it. You said it yourself. The Erosa Scepter. Just wait for me. I'll get it. The divine power. The divine power. I understand. It is so heavy. I'm no longer myself. Seth, is this the price? But I can't let go. Even if it destroys me, I must always protect. My name's Alicia. Hello, Seth. Starting today, we're friends. Love. Those flowers. Tomorrow, let's go home, Seth. Back to Wishfield. Don't be scared, Seth. Let this all end. Don't cry for me.
wicked serpent killed Alicia!
She was a liar!
Did you hear? A new stone tablet appeared.
The great Dexter is here. We're saved! Come, let's go listen! The Eight are teaching about harnessing wind.
This is great. Now we can become stylists and fight the dark together! Alicia? She died 2 months ago.
Such a shame. She was amazing. If she was still alive, she might have become one of the Eight. Alicia guided us to you. I believe she would have wanted to tell you this herself. Don't cry, Sis. When the sun trembles in the sky, look to the children and the flowers. Those of us who survived long not for tomorrow, only for each night. Light the bonfire. Let the nitmoths dance. They fly toward me, as if in this world there is still light. Don't cry. Don't remember me for this moment. Before my death, I truly lived. Don't cry, Sith. Even if I turn to ash, my life burned brighter than any legend. But she'll never know! Only 2 months. 2 months! And she would have become one of the Eight. Her name would have been known by everyone. It's been centuries. I gave up my body and let my soul wander endlessly in the 20 years we shared. I kept asking myself where it all went wrong. Sith. In the end, I finally understood. From the moment she fell into the canyon and met me, the serpent's friend, that kind Wimancer, the voice of the divine envoy. It was my presence that erased her name. My presence that pushed her down that path. If she'd never met me, if I hadn't given her that scroll of divine power, she never would have. No, Sith. She never regretted even a single choice she made. She didn't know in just 2 more months. Even if she had known she'd likely become one of the Eight, she still would have chosen to use that divine power. Because she wanted to save people. Do you remember Alicia's dream? The one she used to talk about all the time. The hope that kept her going, night after night. To make the world's pain less. Because she knew, throughout most of history, no savior existed. Before a true savior arrives, her, you, and all the ordinary souls out there, we're all we have. Only if we don't give up will we survive long enough to see the light. So, when she lifted the Arosa scepter, she knew the price she had to pay. But the price, it was too much. She deserved such a better ending. But Sith, history is full of tragedies like this. Those who come later always wonder, what if that person had made a different choice? Could they have had a better life? But I think Alicia would say, that's just a what if. Real life only exists in the present. In the pain of the present, in the darkness, she couldn't ignore it. No one knows if the future will be brighter or worse. No
matter what the future held, she'd made her choice, the kind of person she was. She didn't live for grand legacies. She only lived for life itself.
For life itself.
Yes. Every second of her life burned bright. For herself, for others, for everything she held dear. She fought and risked it all. Even if she could do it 1,000 more times, Alicia wouldn't change a thing. While she was alive, she gave it her all. She lived true to herself. And to her, that was enough.
That was enough. So many years have passed. Is the land she protected? Is Wishfield still okay?
It's great. Kingdoms and towns rose again. And stylists skilled in womancy joined forces, creating the Stylist Guild to fight off the monsters. The dark was driven back into the abyss. Wishfield found peace once more, and Florawish was rebuilt. Breezy Meadow is now the perfect spot for picnics, biking, games, and spending time with loved ones.
It sounds wonderful. I wish Alicia could have seen it with her own eyes. She loved trying new things, and she'd get all flustered if she ever lost. If only she were still here.
She is still here. Maybe the grand tales of history forgot Alicia, but someone remembers. Someone you once saved. Their descendant became a ranger. She traveled all this way just to find you, and to uncover your story. And now I'll remember it too. I'll tell as many people as I can that, even in the darkest of times, there was still starlight shining down upon us.
Stories are lost in time. Oh,
Thank you.
they still hold the
Goodbye, Sif. Thank you, Alicia.
Nikki! Where were you? I couldn't find you anywhere.
Momo, when I came out, I think I brought something with me. Here.
That looks like Deanna's scale bracelet.
I can't believe it. It actually floated here with the current. Sith must have seen it. This bracelet once witnessed her and Alicia's dreams. It's crossed thousands of years and countless miles, passed from hand to hand by those who were helped, and chose to help others in turn. Kindness passed on over and over, until at last it made its way back to Wishfield, to see Alicia's old friend one last time.
Now, Sith is finally free. Thankfully, you were here, Nikki. Otherwise, no one would have heard her pain.
Yeah. We crossed time and space, and heard the grief that echoed through it. We never stopped searching for the voice that called out to us. And in the end, we found Sith. Don't cry, Momo. The blue tears already carried away their sorrow. No more endlessly shedding blue tears. No more pain or regret of her best friend's death on her hands. Only this bracelet, and the love that never faded, remains. It's time to go. Let's return this bracelet to Deanna. Should we go in and check on them?
If you're really that worried, we'll face it together. Oh, just keep an eye on the ground for me. There might still be some old records.
Don't worry, we're back. We even found your scale bracelet, Deanna.
At the Serpentine Ruins?
What in the world? I can't believe the ranger I looked up to, my guiding star, wound up like that.
I've read nearly every historical text about Wishfield. Not a single one mentions their names. Sith and Alicia.
They're like ghosts of history. It's a story long buried in the ashes of time.
The truth of history is often cruel. There's always regret. A cold, unfeeling balance. A life, heavy and meaningful to you, on one side. On the other, just a few scraps of worthless paper.
But it actually does matter, doesn't it? They mattered. To me, to my ancestors, to the survivors of the apocalypse. Just like Nikki said, history may forget about them, but I won't. Alicia, she may not have become one of the 8, but in my heart, she's the greatest legend. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you for helping me hear their story. And thank you for making me more sure than ever of my dream. I'll journey to faraway lands, helping all those who need it. And wherever I go, I'll pass on the story of Alicia and Sith. I'll also pass on your tale, the story of one remarkable stylist. Okay, and I hope someday someone will tell me the tale of a wandering ranger named Deanna.
And me. I want to thank you too, Nikki. I was chasing the ghosts of my family's past. I've always been drawn to the stories of forgotten people in history, because I believed there had to be something bright about them. But now, I think I see history differently.
You mean, as a historian, it's your responsibility to record it all truthfully?
That and more. There's also the history that lies outside of history. The forgotten, the foolish, the failed. And one person's story.
Right. Not every forgotten person gets a grand tale. Most are just droplets in the river of time. But it's those droplets that form the river that pushes history forward.
So, I want to record them. Capture the texture and light of each droplet, and give the souls back to these ghosts of history. Nikki, I will formally submit an application to the Flora-Wish Stylists Guild. I want to write a true account of history, including my own ancestor, the so-called fanatic wisher. And of course, Alicia and Sith. When that time comes, will you help me write their story? I want the world to remember who they truly were.
No problem. I want to write it too. I'd like to write about their fury against the monsters, their trust in each other, their courage. But also the quiet moments sitting around a fire, gazing at the little blue flowers, dreaming of happiness. And the sorrowful blue tears. Oh, I'll end it on the most important line. Sith and Alicia remain friends forever.